Hey, what's going on guys, it's Dan here from Table Tennis Daily. Today I'm here with Tom, and we are reviewing the latest two rubbers from the Tibhar Evolution series, the ELS and FXS. Thank you to TableTennis11.com for supplying us with these rubbers to review. Be sure to check out their website in the links below. The success of the popular MXP, used by pro players such as Paul Drinkle and Vladimir Samsonov, led these new rubbers to be highly anticipated in the latter parts of 2016. Like previous Evolution rubbers, the ELS and FXS are both ESM based. You can see our review of earlier models in the series below, linked in the video description. The ELS has a sponge hardness of 45 degrees and the FXS comes in at 42 degrees. The sponge hardness of the ELS is similar to the popular MXP, and the FXS is more closely related to its predecessor FXP. The ELS has a medium to hard sponge hardness, whereas the FXS has a medium to soft sponge hardness. The main difference between the ELS and its predecessor ELP is that the ELS has larger pores in its sponge. This is designed to increase the speed. The weight of the ELS when uncut is 74 grams and when cut is 52 grams. The weight of the FXS when uncut is 68 grams and when cut is 49 grams. The two rubbers were each glued onto the Tibhar Stratus Samsonov blade and were used throughout the review. During the topspin exchange, we noticed that nice rebound effect you get with the other Evolution series rubbers. The ELS in particular sprung off the bat quickly and had a medium to high trajectory. What we like about the Evolution series is their boosted effect you feel when you strike the ball. This has not changed with the new ELS and FXS. The ELS has a tremendous balance between speed and spin, whereas its predecessor, the MXP, is a touch faster but has less spin. The sponge hardness of the ELS is between the MXP and the ELP. This hardness felt optimum for my style of play, as it gave my shots a lot of accuracy and enough power when I needed it. If you find the Evolution MXP too fast, the ELS could be a great alternative within the series. One of the biggest advantages with the ELS is its ease of use against backspin. The sponge and top sheet grab the ball well, producing a lot of spin. The ELS is a very stable rubber and I felt very confident going for power in my shots whilst maintaining accuracy. Also, when I dropped off the table, I could feel the ball dig into the sponge, making me in control of the ball, producing a quality shot consistently. We both found, whilst using the FXS on the forehand, it was slightly too soft and it could be a little tricky to control the aggressive incoming shots. The rubber worked well when playing at around 70% of max speed and going for spin during rallies rather than speed, using a brushing action. With the ELS, there was a more natural zip and a spring effect, meaning it was easier to play harder through the ball, which worked well on the forehand side. FXS came into its own and worked fantastically well on the backhand side. It gave a lot of margin for error. The softer sponge of the FXS combines well with a compact backhand stroke. Again, the FXS is not as fast as the ELS, but due to its softer sponge, it was easier to produce spin. It felt really effortless when directing the backhand shots down the line. During the short game, the ELS is able to produce high amounts of spin on short aggressive pushes and flick shots. The ELS grips the ball well when playing the modern backhand flick, made famously by the likes of Zhang Jike and Fan Zhendong. This is a similar case with the FXS, where it really shines in the short game, producing loads of spin with good consistency. When serving with the ELS and FXS, we both like them equally. They grip the ball nicely and produce a consistent high-end spin. In the short game, I preferred the ELS. It was a bit more sharper when I was touching the ball short and playing a spin ball at the beginning to take the advantage in the point. Okay, I've got the two rubbers here, FXS on this blade and ELS on this blade. The FXS is softer between the two, has a bit more forgiveness and a bit more control, and it's actually a louder sound as well. So 2 backhands, 2 forehands. 1. So you see it's quite a tonk sound on the ball. Soft feeling. And then the ELS, which is a bit harder. So I'm expecting a bit more speed and not as much sound and forgiveness. So yeah, the ELS definitely feels harder between the two. Both got a lot of control, but the FXS does feel softer on the contact, a lot more dwell in the rubber. The ELS a bit faster, a bit harder. Both good quality rubbers. We found both the ELS and FXS similar when playing top-to-top rallies away from the table. The only real difference being that the ELS is slightly faster. Here are some points taken from match play between myself and Tom. Conclusion. Firstly, we'd like to thank TableTennis11.com for sending us the Evolution ELS and FXS rubbers to review. You can buy the rubbers in the link in the description over at TableTennis11.com, where worldwide shipping is free, over €80 for any of their products. The ELS has an optimum balance of sponge hardness and sits right between the popular ELP and MXP, so the rubber gets the best of both worlds. The high amounts of spin produced with the ELS gives nice arc and dip with topspin strokes, which adds to the accuracy. A lot of the online table tennis community found the MXP too fast and felt it catered more for the pros, with the ELS coming in a notch slower, providing slightly more control and safety, which might combat this problem for certain players. In some sense, the ELS is a slightly softer and slower version of the TennisGeo 5. In comparison to the previous rubbers in the Evolution series, Tibhar have really come up with a new and improved version with the ELS, which is more stable during gameplay. For players who have a strong attacking style of play, the ELS would suit well. For players who want to play with a more all-round offensive game, the FXS would suit especially on the backhand side. Thanks for watching. Check out our online review centre in the link below, and be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Stay tuned for upcoming Table Tennis Daily reviews in 2017.